Welcome to my latest project. Tessa Mathis asked me to do this for her, and I'm honored to do it. She's going to be giving this to the King and Queen. Stick around, we'll introduce you to royalty. We'll be right back. All right, what you're looking at is a negative image of the King and Queen of the Make-A-Wood Sign tribe. That is Vicki and Eric Roten. This was their wedding day. And I've been asked by Tessa Mathis to engrave this into a granite block. So we have to do the engraving in reverse. So stick around and I'll introduce you to the King and Queen, Miss Vicki and Eric Roten. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to squirt a little Windex on it, or any kind of glass cleaner, and then we're just going to clean the dust off of it. Okay, so it looks like it darkened it up, okay, but that's just from the cleaner. So next, we're going to take a project, or not a project, but it's called Ager, A-G-E-R, and this is a cleaning agent specifically for granite, and it will darken it up. But what it's going to do, it's going to pop out the dark color of the slate, or excuse me, the granite. I don't know why I keep saying slate, it's granite. It's going to pop out the darkness of the granite. Close that up. And you're going to think, well, Frank, you're losing everything, but stick with me. Okay. And then we'll actually do it on all four sides. I know you can't see it right now, and I apologize for that, but we're gonna wipe the ager on all 4 sides. Okay, so now this is what I do: is I take a fresh paper towel, I fold it kind of square, and then I get my random orbital sander, and I don't have a sanding disc on it. I just want to use the pad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buff this. I want to buff it until I can no longer leave finger marks. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. You can see the darker portion in the center where it's buffed it up. So we're going to try from this side and finish it up, because I could still leave a fingerprint on there, and I don't want to leave a fingerprint. Okay, now we'll just buff it a little bit more by hand. Okay, all right, we'll set that to the side. We'll get us another piece of paper towel. And now comes the magic part. This is where we're going to pop out the white in the stone, everything that we engraved. What I'm using is India ink. Okay, buy that at Hobby Lobby or any hobby store. Shake it up. This one uses an eyedropper, and we just do it sections at a time. And then I just take a paper towel and I just rub it in. And we don't want to do a big area because we've got to buff this out pretty quick, so we don't want it to dry on us too hard. So now we just take another portion of it and we just start buffing it away. And there went my sander. Not to worry. Okay, so as you can see, that's already bringing out the photo. And we'll buff that out here in a second. So we'll get some more. And we'll continue buffing it in and then drying it off right quick. Not to worry, we're going to blend in all this area right here. They'll look good when we're done. Don't freak out, don't freak out. Okay. And again, we just do a section at a time because we don't want it to dry out on us prematurely. And if it dries too fast or too hard, it makes it harder for us to remove it. So we just do sections at a time. Like I said, not to worry, we'll blend it all in and it's going to look good. Probably do this one more time after this section right here. what we're actually doing is forcing the India ink down into the portion of the stone that we have removed. So actually all that India ink is going to be below surface. Okay. All right, one more section. Another little section to dry it off with. Okay. All right, now what I like to do now is to take some 400 or from 4/0 steel wool and just kind of buff it by hand, and that helps kind of remove some of the excess laying on top. Helps clean up a little bit easier. Okay. Now we're going to go back. We're going to use this side of the cup, or the paper towel that has a little bit of the ager left on it, and we're just going to buff it back again. Let me get my sander back. It fell. All right, here we go. Okay, so now we're going to go one more time with a dry towel. This will be our finished buffing. It should be exactly how we wanted when we get through with this one. All right, one last little hand buff, just to be, because I like to. All right, I'm gonna take it over to my display section. Be right back. All right, there is the finished project. Again, this is a 12 by 12 granite tile. I used a 30-watt CO2 laser to engrave the photo. The photo was not a very high resolution photo, so I had to do a lot of editing with it, but I think we got it to work out as best we could. If you don't know who this couple is, this is Vicki and Eric Roten. Eric is a wood sign carving guru, teacher, friend, mentor to literally thousands of people all over the world. Eric teaches us how to carve wood signs with a wood router. There's no CNCs involved, it's all hand carved. He's been doing this his entire life. He learned it from his dad, who started his business in 1970, I believe it was, and Eric's been working with him his entire life. Vicki is the queen of resin pour. I nicknamed her the queen years ago, and it just kind of stuck. But she is a dynamite instructor and makes beautiful, beautiful resin pour projects. Her and Eric team together quite often to make these beautiful projects. Vicki also runs the company. She designs all of the templates and cuts them on the lasers, and all the templates that the members of their channel get are designed and created by Vicki. So together, they're the dynamic duo. They're the king and queen. They're the royal court of hand-carved signs, and we love them to pieces. The world needs more Rotens in them. So my king and queen, I hope you enjoy this when you receive it. Again, I want to thank Tessa Mathis for asking me to make this for her to give to Vicki and Eric for their wedding anniversary. I am honored. Tessa, I love you to death, my sawdust sister. And thank you again for allowing me to do this. So until my next project, if you would, hug all your family and friends, let them know you love them, and God bless.